I always had a problem when I zip my enclosure on. It wasn't quite sitting right, and I think I know why. I always had a problem this was not tucking under the top bimini, and I could never velcro this on top. But I think after removing it, I think I know why. The Isinglass was cut short, unless it shrunk a lot. But I don't think so. It's about 1.5 inches short, right here. This will match pretty good. It's a little bit short here, but as you can see, I've got a straight line here. My fabric is straight this way. This fabric is going pretty straight on the line. Now this fabric is straight, but also here we're coming up short. So if I push this down, now you can see this was pulled. If I straighten it out, that would probably give me the missing distance to properly velcro this into my bimini top. And obviously here is a real shortage on this side. So my new Isinglass, I'm going to make sure that I have enough room to cut it where my enclosure is stretched all the way. So from here, found my culprit. Measure, measure, measure. So as you can see, I was trying to get 38 inches, but the first cut wasn't straight from my vendor. So what I'm going to do to get it straight, so my next measurements are good. This is my shorter side, and as you can see, progressively it's getting bigger and bigger. going to use a straight edge to cut it, to get it where I need to be. And this way I'm going to have a straight cut for the next cuts. Now we can see how my measurement before was almost doubled because of this edge is not being straight. But now we're going to cut somehow straight edge, and we're going to use scissors to do that. Let's cut it. So definitely I need to come up with a better way of cutting, because my cut doesn't look any better than the previous cut. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut it with something much sharper than this. The best way to cut it is with the razor blade. Looks like it's a pretty good fit until you get to the edge, which is definitely missing something. And I'm going to make this to be maybe a little bit more straight. Not trying to stretch the fabric, I'm just trying to make it even. The bottoms here, I know they're bungees, so that they will stretch a little bit, but as far as the width and the height is definitely missing here. I'm going to cut a little bit longer, and this will be a little bit higher. Now I think it's not going to dip. This Velcro will finally sit on a bimini tab like it's supposed to. I'm going to quit playing with it, and I'm going to mark off my corners. I'm going to mark off all these little guys here, and then I'm going to add an inch to it, and we're going to cut it to shape. And once I cut it to shape, I'm going to sew it back on. And I have no idea how to sew it yet. I was thinking maybe gluing this first to the fabric. This way it will not move on me as I sew, because I think that's probably what happened. They might have had this cut oversized. They sew it on and then just trim the excess. So what I did was I took a green marker and I mark it where I think the straight lines should be. I'll follow those lines right here. I'm going to offset it 1 inch. I know this one's going to be kind of short. I could have pulled it down, but that should be enough. Let me measure this. It's exactly 1 inch. Boy, play a lotto. Play a lotto. 1 inch. A little bit more than 1 inch. That's all we need. Here's my extra 1 inch, and as you can see, I'm getting pretty close to the edges right there. This is okay. Come up short a little bit here. If I was gonna push it back, I had a little bit here. Then I could have probably made this corner by pushing it this way and this way, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. So the cut came out pretty good. I don't like the sharp corners on it. So what I'm thinking to do is I'm just going to cut a little radiuses on it. Just because I like to have them like that, that's all. So this is my second trial. you can see there's little imperfection, but when I stretch this out, it looks more natural. Other than that, you can see where my old marks are. Okay, when I move it, and then when I put everything together, my zipper is straight, this zipper is straight, this zipper has to go on the angle, this zipper is straight. Again, you can see I'm following my old lines. There's a little mismatch on the top here, but like I said, I always have problems with this top. So if it's a little bit higher, I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem when it's not going to be high. And now just to figure out how to keep it there so it doesn't move on me when I sew it. That's fine. This will be just fine. I know the table is not quite big enough. Should have done it on the floor maybe. Oh, too late now. That's what's going to be. Nice.